Imagine a world where the lights went out and never came back on. The grid is dead, the cities are tombs, and the only law left is the one you make with your own two hands. You aren't fighting zombies or aliens. You're fighting the desperate, the ruthless, and the organized gangs that have turned survival into a brutal business. Welcome to The Day After Never, Blood Honor, the first gritty, high-octane installment in Russell Blake's post-apocalyptic dystopian thriller series. If you love realistic grid-down survival, tactical combat, and stories that explore the dark corners of human nature when civilization collapses, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in survival fiction, blending the visceral terror of a lawless wasteland with the unapologetic thrill of human resilience. The narrative kicks off in the immediate chaotic aftermath of a catastrophic event that plunges society into darkness. Our protagonist, a hardened survivor with a code of honor in a world that has none, finds themselves thrust into a landscape where trust is a liability and every shadow hides a threat. The atmosphere is thick with the silence of dead electronics, the smell of smoke and decay, and the creeping dread of knowing that help is not coming. Blake excels at capturing the brutal reality of the collapse, making every scavenging run, every fortified safe house, and every tense standoff feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is absolute ruin. At the core of the book's addictive appeal is its uncompromising commitment to tactical realism and the spectacular blood honor trope. This isn't a story about a superhero saving the world. It's about the brutal, exhausting reality of staying alive when the rules no longer apply. Watching the protagonist navigate the treacherous social hierarchy of the wasteland, form tentative alliances with other survivors, and use their wits and weapons to outsmart raiders who have turned violence into an art form is incredibly gripping. The audiobook narrative brings the visceral impact of the survival mechanics to life, making the crunch of broken glass, the sharp crack of a rifle, and the heavy silence of a world without power feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular action and the survival mechanics, the soul of Blood Honor lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonist isn't an invincible killer. They are a deeply human individual struggling with the moral weight of doing what is necessary to protect those they care about. The emotional anchor of the story is their fierce, unbreakable loyalty to the small group of survivors they manage to protect, a found family bound by the shared trauma of the collapse. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet, desperate conversations by a campfire feel just as impactful as the explosive, chaotic firefights on the roadside. As the plot accelerates toward its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A massive, organized raider gang targets the protagonist's sanctuary, forcing them into a desperate, high-stakes last stand. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming improvisation, and raw, unbridled courage. The protagonist must use every hidden trick, every overloaded trap, and every ounce of their will to hold the line against an unstoppable tide. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, hard-earned victory that proves humanity's will to survive is stronger than the darkness. The Day After Never, Blood Honor is a triumph of the post-apocalyptic thriller series. It is smart, gritty, and unapologetically intense. Russell Blake has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate underdog holding the line. Plug in your headphones, check your perimeter, and join the survivor. The world ended yesterday, but their fight for tomorrow is just beginning.